and now we're ready to go.
Just to say, this isn't live uploading or anything. We can edit this, can't we?
This is recording.
So we can literally edit the front off of it if we need to.
Yes, we can if we need to. We'll go for about 20 minutes and just kind of... Well, let's get your impressions of what you're seeing so far. What do you think? And remember, this is Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah, this is actually a really impressive scene. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing, because I actually didn't, I made sure I didn't watch any videos or any gameplay, just so that I could react to this, and this is looking pretty... Well, she swears too.
Yeah, they both do. But I think, was it? I can't even do much about that, but that's alright.
No, that's good. I mean, I don't mind if YouTube minds. So
I'm not talking about swearing. I'm talking about the audio.
Ah, okay.
But yes, they've changed up quite a few things. Like, well, they were saying that most people, I think it was like 80% of people will play Leon on their first playthrough. And I was playing Claire.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I mean, people who have played the original game might be... I mean, I'd probably play Leon, to be honest.
Well, this thing, I saw that Leon goes up against the alligator in the story this time. Like, Claire doesn't encounter the alligator.
Oh, really?
So they made that part of Leon's story. So I'm curious, like, alright, well, if certain sections like the alligator are now Leon only, what did Claire get? And she got her own problems to deal with. And
oh wow!
Also,
are they new problems?
There's like an extra couple of boss battles. For instance, if you remember the tyrant fight at the end of Resident Evil 2, like the one where you end up getting the rocket launcher.
Yes. Yeah.
That fight is now at the end of Leon's campaign.
Okay.
Regardless, like Leon's A campaign.
Yeah.
And that is a... Well, I call it a pain in the ass fight.
So most of the new stuff is in Claire's campaign and not Leon's campaign.
Well, Claire got a decent amount of new stuff. But there's also been some rework stuff. Like, you know, the gun store, for instance. That was at the beginning of Resident Evil 2.
The gun store?
Yeah, the gun store guy at the very beginning of Resident Evil 2. He's in Leon's campaign. You meet him about halfway through.
Huh. Yeah, I was expecting this not to be good. Already it seems alright.
I was kind of... Well, I'll bring this up, because I was kind of worried that they're going to they were going to remake RE2 with RE4. I was worried it was going to be very action-oriented. You'll be going to be doing, like, a freaking body slamming zombies and all these other crazy shit, and that you could just kneecap zombies, smash them in the face, and then they're gonna die. So zombies are absolutely no threat.
Yeah.
In this, zombies are quite a threat, which is surprising. But you go on.
They're not the same as the original game's zombies.
Well, let me bring this up. Everyone makes the same complaints when they play this game. It's like, alright, I shoot a zombie in the head and he doesn't die. Instantly.
It's like they never played Resident Evil 1, the remake on GameCube, or the newer one. I don't know. But you used to have to shoot them like 16 times to...
But that's it, though. It's like, alright, so if you shot them in the head and they die, where's the tension coming from?
Exactly.
You're just asking them to make the game easier because of your logic. And it makes it, like... don't get me wrong, once you shoot them in the head with like the shotgun or the magnum, they die. They go down and they stay down. But with the pistol, you shoot them in the head and their head might explode into goo.
Oh wow, okay, so it's sort of a chance thing, it's like a critical hit.
It is a critical hit.
See, this is good though, because the characters are actually meant to be less experienced in this, and it should be harder at this point for Leon to be fighting these zombies with no experience than it was for him to fight the maybe early game Ganados in... Ganados? Is that what they're called in Resident Evil 4? Yeah, it should be harder, you know? It should be a challenge to the player and the character. I mean, it was in the original because it was so hard to move everything around, so of course you're not going to be able to headshot one.
Yeah, but when people are asking for a dodge mechanic, they're asking for like the ability for one-shot zombies. I'm like, there are sections in this game where you get swarmed by zombies, and you'd be like, you know, if I could one-shot zombies, they wouldn't be a threat.
Yeah.
But in the hardcore mode, you don't end up headshotting zombies anymore. Like, you think, oh, sure, I can shoot a zombie in the head, and he goes. In hardcore mode, you don't shoot them in the head. You shoot them in the leg.
Yeah. Nice to see they've still got those valves. You know.
Oh.
He's obsessed.
Actually, that's the crank puzzles. They come in
The
later.
crank puzzles. Yeah, cranks. He's obsessed. Yeah. Wait, they still have them?
Kind of. It's Leon gets the crank, and Claire gets something else. Yeah, I can't remember what it is right now, but yeah, crazy frickin' puzzles.
Yeah.
But they improved the map, and I actually do like the new map design. Everything kind of flows back into the police station, which is kind of cool.
So that's where you are now. You're in the police station.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to ask, what are you opening right now? Is this a... Okay, yeah, fair enough.
They give you the answer to these puzzles at the very beginning of the police station.
Okay. Alright, so you already knew it.
Yes, well, they give you, like... You meet the first police officer, he dies, and he gives you the book which has all the answers to these medallion puzzles.
Okay. Okay.
And then Marvin's there, lying there.
Oh, poor Marvin. He dies, right?
Yep. He's the
Marvin.
only black guy you meet in the police station, and he dies.
That's very sad. Was the gun shop owner? He was also a black guy, right?
No, he was white.
Really? I remember this. I haven't played Resident Evil 2 in a while. To be honest, I should have played it before this video, but then I might have had more to complain about.
There are some things to complain about.
Yeah.
One of the things is the William.
Okay.
Like,
This
he
is
has
cool.
some area effect bullshit, which is kind of like, really? That is really hard to move around. Yeah.
Okay.
One shot, splish.
Yeah. There were lickers in this hallway too, as I remember. Is that correct? Or... Yeah. Oh, well, they were terrifying. When I played through Resident Evil 2, lickers were the worst thing in the whole series. They're the most scary motherfuckers in the whole series.
Well, I remember for me, there's only one time the lickers were actually scary. Okay. And they've brought that section back in this, which is like, you're going to do it, aren't you? It's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you.
So what section is that? Or do you not want to give it away?
For those like people who played Resident Evil 2, it was the interviewer room, the interrogation room, where you go in the two-way glass.
Yes.
You walk in the room, you pick up the item, you walk back out, and a licker bursts through the goddamn window. I dreaded that room for so fucking long because I knew it was gonna happen, and every time it fucking happened.
It'd be especially scary for you because you never save in these games. I don't know about this version of the game, but I remember playing watching you play Resident Evil games, and you never saved at all. You basically
because
went the whole game on one increment. Yeah, but you die occasionally, and you'd be set back hours, and it's just like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'd say if I played this game like a military clearing rooms type thing, I would save every chance I got. Like a casual.
But I enjoy these games, which is why I do it.
Yeah, so what about this one? What's the save mechanic like?
Alright, on normal difficulty, which is, it's got an auto save, and you can save whenever you like. You don't use re-grip. You use the typewriter, but you can save whenever you like.
Okay. Huh.
But on hardcore mode, you have to use increments.
Okay. I remember maybe Resident Evil 4 was like that too. You could save at was it a typewriter or?
Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking. Yeah, and it was unlimited.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's standard now.
Okay.
Which actually I like it, because to be fair, most people aren't going to big fans of the increment system.
Yeah. There's a few things that people probably wouldn't be fans of, but I thought the tank controls were part of it, so if they've made you not miss those controls in this version...
You know, if they remade Resident Evil 3 like this, I could get behind it.
Oh, totally. I liked Resident Evil 3. It was one of the first ones I played. Pretty good.
Well, that's the thing. There's... If you remember Tyrant...
yeah. Was it Tyrant?
It was Mr. X, Tyrant.
Okay, alright.
He is a pain in the ass in this fucking game.
That's right. That's right.
In this time, like, this is my first playthrough with Claire. Hence why I'm moving back and forth a bit and not exactly sure where I'm going. I took down Mr. X twice before I said, you know what? I'm wasting ammo on this guy. I just should probably run it. And he follows you almost everywhere in this police station.
So he directly follows you through doors and things. You need to take him down, is what you're talking about, basically.
There's no point taking him down. He just gets back up.
Oh.
So you have to essentially just run, which means you have to unlock different pathways, especially when it comes to how the place loops around. And the map just kind of has different flows to it.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the scariest parts of this game as well, the Tyrant thing. I think in Resident Evil 3 with Nemesis, it was amazing, but...
Yeah, that's my thing, is like, if they had Nemesis, like, it's a good baseline for Nemesis, that instead of just having key zones where Nemesis appears, no, he actually follows you around. Which means you have to outrun him, and you have to navigate the map in such a way so you can give yourself enough time to do the damn puzzle. Because he doesn't give a shit whether you're trying to figure out a puzzle or not. He'll come through the room and he'll fuck your shit up.
Is there rooms which he can't come into?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a few minor rooms, I think the clock tower room at the very top of the police station. And yeah, there's like 4 or 5 places you can't come into.
So are they like safe rooms, like with the typewriter rooms, like in Past, or are they just random rooms?
No, there are typewriter rooms. Like...
And they're not safe?
Some of them are.
Okay.
Like the photography room, the dark room. That's a safe room.
Speaking of the photography room, how about that Rebecca Chambers, huh?
Haven't found it yet.
Oh, she's not in there?
Haven't found the Secret of Rebecca photo in this game yet.
Did you try searching the desk 50 times?
No, they replaced it with something else.
Really?
Basically, I've found, like, I haven't played through B scenarios yet. I've only played through the A scenarios.
Okay.
And one of the puzzles, like, you find 3 rolls of film I've found so far, and each one gives you the answer to a puzzle. The first one tells you how to solve the ruby puzzle, the second one shows you one of the combinations for a locker, and the third one tells you where 2 secret items are. And one of them just happens to be Wesker's desk.
Huh, so there is something in there.
Yes, but it's not the Rebecca Chambers photo.
So you have tried searching the desk 50 times and nothing happens?
Well, you can't click on it to search the desk anymore, so you just have to look around.
Okay.
But yeah, you get... I think Leon got an upgrade to the Magnum. Like, all of your base weapons now upgrade over the course of the game, which is really nice.
Oh, that's good. Just back on that for a second. Why did Wesker have a picture of Rebecca in his desk in her basketball uniform?
Because he's evil. She's like 17.
Was she though? Because she was working. Oh, I mean, in the picture she might have been, right?
No, I think in the game she's like 17 or something. She's
not in school.
But she's a medic for STAR's like special like. She's a medic for a special task force.
So she dropped out of school pretty early then, and
to become a medic for the police force.
Yeah, well, that karma got her, didn't it? In the end, I mean, she was fine in the very end.
She survived, but I don't know what happened to her because the games haven't caught up with Rebecca yet.
She was on some island with Billy, wasn't she?
Well, that's the thing. We know what happened to Barry. We don't know what happened to Rebecca.
Don't make me sing the Rebecca and Billy song.
No, you don't need to start that again. But yes, here's the replacement liquor scene for you.
Okay.
Let's see if you pick it up as fast as everyone else does. It's like, nope, he dead.
Yeah.
Nope, he dead.
I like this. I like games where the bodies stay on the ground rather than... Oop.
What the hell is that?
You see it?
Yeah, I saw it. But if you didn't tell me about it, I might not have seen it, and it would have been... You knew it was there, man.
I knew it was there, but there's a section... I kind of missed the introductory section here, where there's a body on the ground and the liquor picks it up with its tongue.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I kind of turned around as it was doing that, so I kind of missed it.
Man, the tension's so high there. You just turned your back on that thing.
Well, there's the thing. In this game, as long as you walk, they don't do shit to you.
Really? Like, is it only if you stop?
No. If you just... As long as you don't run, you should be fine.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
you can walk right past it and it doesn't hit you.
Wow. That's some psychological fuckery.
So, it's kind of better, but the animations of the lickers in this game are kind of wonky.
Yeah, I couldn't see it too well. It was a bit dark, but...
In some of my other playthroughs, it doesn't collide with the wall properly, and it's kind of hovering on midair.
So, is the... I mean, you mentioned that. Is the game actually a bit like that? Is it a bit glitchy? Is it not quite?
The game's good. Like, the lickers are the ones... The lickers and William seem to be the biggest problems.
Yeah.
Like, the
Okay.
lickers... Anything with an area effect attack has a massive bloody hitbox.
Okay.
Where you have moments where it looks like they didn't hit you, but they actually did, or vice versa.
Mm.
And you just... When it comes to William, it's like, oh, that's bullshit. There's no way he hit me, and he did.
So, his attack, whatever they are, have really good boxes, really wide boxes, and then it's hard to hit him, is that correct?
No, it's hard to avoid
Nice check.
him. It's hard to avoid him. Hitting him is easy. Trying to get past his wide swings, on the other hand, is a bit tricky.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't have enough time to get out of it, which is when the defensive item comes into play.
So you do have the defensive item, as in the same as in the Resident Evil.
You have the knife, the grenade, and the flashbang.
Okay. Alright, those were always good. Those were pretty good.
Yes, they are a much better addition. They just, for certain boss fights, they kind of are necessary.
Oh, okay. That's a bit weird then.
Yeah, well,
Can you still go around in this game? I mean, I'm guessing the answer is yes. Can you still do the whole thing with a knife?
no.
Okay.
There are certain... Again, I'm saying that based on some of the later boss fights.
Yeah. Well, that goes right above your head.
And it's like... Yeah, he does, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think there. See, he's hugging off the wall, and he's kind of floating on the wall.
Well, you'd hope that would solve your problem.
Not dead?
Is
he's
he
dead.
Okay.
That one was one shot. He looks nasty. He just come over
Yeah.
with the knife.
Just make sure.
But yeah, I've been having a decent amount of fun with this game. It's like, it's better than I was...
Expecting.
Yeah, it's better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it before. I thought it would be a big problem.
I thought
like
it was
you,
going to be
I thought-
Resident Evil 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thankfully, they didn't do Resident Evil 6, which I'm glad.
And some of the trailers made it look like the character designs were very bad. Honestly, it might just be that I'm over the Claire design, but she doesn't look that bad here.
Well, luckily, you can get the old costumes.
Oh, that's good. They should be default, though.
I think you can get them as default. They might be part of the deluxe pack, though.
Okay.
Which I got anyway, but...
Okay.
Just like you can
Yeah.
get the old soundtrack.
Oh, really? You can?
You can switch it over to the original soundtrack, and you get the old like safe room music and this room.
Oh,
and
man.
yeah,
That's
it still
awesome.
holds up. It's good music.
Yeah. Atmospheric as fuck. So what's the music like in this now? There's none, from what I can...
It's subtle, and I don't know if you can hear it from this one.
No, maybe it's just me, though.
But you don't notice it too much.
Hmm.
It's mainly during boss fights, I think. The music kicks
okay.
in.
Oh, that's fair enough.
But it's not like as... It doesn't stand as much as the original music does.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because that music is fucking awesome.
I always thought it was strange how... just how obsessed people are with puzzles in and around Raccoon City. You know, that they build this shit in everywhere.
They kind of made sense of this one because it was a museum first. And
Oh,
then
was
it was
it?
a police station.
Oh, was that always the story?
I don't think it was always the story. I think they've changed it, which makes it a little bit more sense.
Yeah, and why are they all wearing more clothes anyway? Is there, you know, they explain this in the movie, I think, with a heat wave. There's no heat wave this time, I guess.
Heat wave.
Yeah, if you remember the second Resident Evil movie, not a CG one, not an official one, the American ones. They blamed the skimpy outfits on a heat wave in Raccoon City before the zombie outbreak.
Those are stupid movies. Let's just put it that way.
But the costumes weren't stupid in the games.
No, but then when you see Jill walking around in like the skimpiest fucking outfit you can imagine, fighting zombies, well, it's like, really? That's...
Well, if you talk about like Resident Evil 5, then I understand your complaint completely. If you're talking about
that.
Resident Evil 3, I don't think it's so bad. And if it's number 1, definitely not bad.
Personally, I didn't give a shit. It's just, you take a note of it and you're like, okay, fine, that's her clothing, don't give a shit. Claire's one, like, her original costume is pretty fucking skimpy. Let's just be honest here.
Is that really a bad thing?
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't see anything bad about that.
But there's the thing, is like, if you want that costume, you can just switch it over and just play in that costume.
Okay. Well, fair
And
enough.
I think you can do it at any time. You can just switch it over, which is also nice.
That is nice, yeah. Well, then I have no complaints if you can just switch it over. There's no problem, really.
I'm just trying to think, like, the only problems I can think of are the ones I've got for the entire series. And that is, infinite ammo ruins the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's an old complaint. I think I've heard that for years, like like for decades. It definitely does. It's like having cheats on, and
Yes.
cheats always ruin the game.
But there's the thing, there's no penalty this time for using them. Because I went through Claire's playthrough again on hardcore with the infinite handgun. And I'm like, this makes the game a lot more boring.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it basically takes out one, the scarcity of bullets. How is the scarcity of bullets in this game? It's not really a thing, or is it a thing?
Oh, it's a thing.
Okay.
But he doesn't really...
Because that was a big thing.
It doesn't really hit you as bad. Like, it hit me pretty bad during the mid-game. During the sewers. That's when I started noticing it.
See, that's good. You shouldn't really feel it at the start, but...
Oh, you feel it at the start, but... When you get to the sewers, you start going up against G-embryos and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's kind of when you need a little bit more ammo to take those things down.
Fair
But
enough.
thankfully, they give you more guns.
How'd they treat Ada in this?
Ada's good. I actually like Ada.
Really?
I think it's an actual improvement. She doesn't sound... Her voice isn't as sexy as it was in the original.
Okay.
But her character-wise and her story, I actually like it.
Okay.
She
How
does
about visually?
She does ditch the she does dump the trench coat
Yeah.
for the red dress.
Okay. I'm a very visual person, Jambo. Does
That's
she look
okay.
right? Does her face look right?
Yes, but you don't
Alright
notice that
then.
until the section where Leon gets shot. That's when
Okay.
you notice it. Because then she dumps the trench coat, and then you see her in the dress, and be like, yeah, she's actually pretty cool.
So they didn't mess it up. They didn't make her I don't know, not what she was. They didn't change her. They didn't change Ada's ethnicity or anything.
No, she's still Asian. But they changed the. She's not looking for John anymore.
Oh, really? So is this a spoiler, or can you tell me what she's doing?
Do you care enough?
I don't care, but to anybody watching, well, maybe you just want to skip a bit.
Well, basically, they've changed the story to. She tells Leon that she's working for the FBI to bring Umbrella down.
Right. Okay. So this isn't. She's not after John anymore.
No. So
Nothing to
Ben,
do with
instead of her going to Ben to get information about her boyfriend that went missing, she's now getting information about Umbrella.
Huh. That's a very clear-cut change. It sort of makes her, I guess, one of the good guys.
Well, this is one of those lines that kick in and be like, she goes up to Ben and is like, I'm trying to find my boyfriend, and Leon just looks at her like, boyfriend? What boyfriend?
Alright, that's a good change. But why does she mention her boyfriend if
she doesn't? That's the change in this game. She doesn't actually
Oh
mention her
no,
boyfriend.
so in the original he said boyfriend, what boyfriend?
No, that's just me like inserting that line because it makes perfect sense.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, boyfriend, you didn't say
Confusing me, man.
anything about a boyfriend. And yeah.
Well, it's sounding like there's no big changes that suck.
Well, I haven't played through the big scenarios yet, so I can't say much for that. But now that we know that Claire A is canon,
Claire A is canon, as in the canon one.
yes.
Wow.
As far as story is concerned, Claire A is canon.
So Leon A is not canon.
Well, it can't be, because Sherry gets infected in Claire A, and she doesn't get infected in Claire B.
Okay, so this is the opposite of the original where Leon A was canon, right?
Yeah, everyone said that Leon A was canon, but I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. There's no way that Ada could survive that fall, and then be around later to give the rocket launcher to Claire.
Oh, it was just that there was a mattress down there which we never saw or heard about because she had no reason to mention it. She landed safely, and there was a rocket launcher right near her.
And that rocket launcher she gave to Claire, who she'd never met at the time.
Yeah, because Claire's a pretty, I don't know, charismatic sort. Ada likes that, you know? She likes that type.
And she's never met her since or talked about her since. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, charismatic but forgettable.
That's why I liked, that Leon B makes a little bit more sense. And Leon a little bit more heroic.
I think, to me, I never really considered the canon of any of them.
I think they're both technically not canon. I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I always considered it sort of just like, oh, well, it's a video game, a lot of stuff happens,
Yeah,
you know, you get the basic
a lot of
idea.
people give a shit about this kind of stuff.
A lot of
Like,
people are
insanely
very
about this kind of stuff. And it's like, if something doesn't make sense, it's like, they've got to make all these leaps and bounds to make it make sense, which is the entire comic book industry, right there.
Yeah. So what is this? Is this like replacing the old game in canon, or is this another universe, do you reckon, or what?
Looks like it leads underground.
I think it's just a remake, and quite a good one.
Get out of this hellhole. Hey, Marvin! Guess what? I think I found the way out. Marvin, come on.
Uh-oh,
Let's get
Marvin.
you out of here.
Oh,
Let's
he's good for at least another encounter.
Oh.
go. Are you okay?
I like this guy.
They've actually done him,
No.
he's got more lines in this one than he did in the original,
Go.
which is
Save
nice.
yourself.
Come on. It's bad. We gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire. We both know how this is going to end.
Yep.
The acting's decent too.
Get out of the city.
Yeah, Marvin's really good.
We can't just leave you here.
Claire. Please. Go. Do this for me.
Sure, ham it up for Claire. He's an arsehole to Leon, but he's like, please, Claire.
Okay. Hey, Marvin. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're approaching the end of my recording on this one.
Well, it's been pretty well. It's been pretty good as a sample sort of thing of the game.
Yeah.
It's showed
So,
it's pretty
is that
great.
enough to make you interested in wanting to buy the game?
Oh, well. To be honest, I'll probably wait till it's on sale. I don't feel an urge to buy it, but the game is a hell of a lot better than what I thought it would be. As in, this looks like a legitimately good Resident Evil game. I don't see the extreme fun or challenge that came when I first played Resident Evil 4 for the first time, you know? And it's weird, but I'd probably be more likely to buy another copy of Resident Evil 4 than to buy this. but at the same time...
That's a bit harsh.
Maybe I've got to stress that this is like... I thought this game would be a 2 out of 10 at most, and it looks like it could legitimately be a 7 or an 8 out of 10, so it's a lot better than I thought.
Well, most of the reviewers are giving it 9s, to be fair.
Well, you actually played it, so what did you think?
So far, it's pretty damn good. Like, it's closer to the 8s than the 9s.
Wow, okay.
Like, it is a good game, and I've been playing this consistently. There has been some bullshit moments.
Okay, yeah, which you mentioned with the hitboxes. But how's the feel, though? It feels good.
It feels pretty good. Like, if they remade the series like this, I'd be happy with it.
Okay, that's an idea. What do you think of them never bringing back the tank control sort of stuff?
I was a bit skeptical, because I'm just so used to the tank controls.
Mm.
But I can let it slide. They've
Wow.
made enough improvements to allow me to just say, alright, I'll let you take away the tank controls, just give me more open maps and puzzle-based environments.
Wow. So this is, to play this must feel really good then.
Yeah, well, it can be a bit janky at times, but I haven't, this was with controller as well, so I haven't gotten
Yeah.
to the point where I've played it with the PC yet.
And you're not working for Capcom or anything. You're...
Oh, well, the check only clears in like 2 days, so...
Till then, you don't really know, right?
Until then, well, they can blow me.
Oh no, this looks pretty great, man. It's been pretty good to see. I guess that is the end. Is that the end?
Yep, I think that's about a cut-off. Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's all,
Yeah.
I guess we'll end it there. And looking good.
Alright, closing it off.
All right. See ya. Have a good one.